I'd show you the reality of 37 weeks. Nothing fits. I basically wear massive t-shirts, elastic waistbands, flip-flops all the time. So it's 37 weeks. Apologies for my hair like this. I'm actually getting my hair done tomorrow, which I'm really nervous about because I'm not sure whether getting my hair cut or any different to how it is just before I have a baby and feel like a mum. I don't want to have like mum hair that I hate and a body that I hate and a life that I don't know what to do with. So I'm a bit nervous, but it's basically a day to pamper myself and feel fresh and clean and not have straw hair and yeah, not have to think about roots and stuff for a while. So that's the plan. I'll let you know how it looks. So this week I thought I'd take you through some like a little shoulder workout, something that a more common workout that I've been doing recently. Now my workouts have really slowed down due to my pelvis being quite sore. I think I mentioned this before, but basically my pelvis has been giving me a bit of jip just when there's lots of relaxing in your joints, especially your pelvis when you're pregnant obviously has to move to enable the baby to come out. So I'm going to put up a little diagram now to try and explain where it's hurting. This can happen at any point in your pregnancy, but it happens most commonly at the end. Your pelvic joint at the front is opening a little bit, which means when I put pressure on one leg or the other, like in a lunge, I get pain. So it's really, really common in pregnancy when this hormone is in your joints, makes it more supple, which is a good thing because that's what you need to give birth. But it can cause a bit of pain if it's a bit out of line. So my pubic bone has been a bit painful. I've been mostly finding the pain when I get out of bed in the morning when I'm leaning on one side. Anyway, I discovered after watching loads of YouTube videos, loads of physios, that this can be made worse if you are tight in, if your muscles are tight around the area, which obviously around my glutes, your hips, your stomach, all these muscles around this area are moving loads because my body's changed loads. Sorry, aren't moving, they're like tight and less mobile than normal. So I am tighter in certain areas, which is actually pulling my pelvis out of line a little bit, which combined with the relaxin, which is making it more supple, makes perfect sense. Basically my pelvis is not quite secure, which has been causing me a bit of pain. So I'm going to show you here what I've been doing most days for like 5 or 10 minutes. Just rolling on a tennis ball, rolling on a foam roller, just to get a bit of tension out of my muscles, which definitely on the one side I've been feeling. So that makes perfect sense why my pelvis has been kind of pulled to, you know, not be. I'm really struggling with talking. My baby brain has kicked in. I apologise. This video is sped up. Yeah, I'm not doing this fast, but I just wanted to show you what I did to mobilize the muscles around my pelvis area. I have a tight piriformis, which is the muscle in your bottom, and my hip flexors, and the muscle in between your the top of your femur and your hip bone, so just at the top of your leg. Really important that you move your muscle fibers over the ball, not roll the ball around. It's a lot harder to do when you have a foam roller just because it's bigger and it's a little bit more awkward. So if you get a tennis ball, sit on it where it's uncomfortable. Remember that no muscle should be sore when you put pressure on it. So if you're sitting on something or someone pushes your muscle, it shouldn't hurt. So if it is tense and it is painful, try and put your arms down like I am here, and to relieve some of the weight so it's a bit more bearable, and move your leg over the ball. That's what's really important. So just going to show you here with a foam roller how you can get your hip flexors. This looks a bit weird actually watching this, but my hip flexors, well, your hip flexors are probably going to be really tight if you're pregnant because you have an anterior tilt. Your belly is going to mean your posture changes a little bit, so you're all really tight around there, and sometimes it's a bit difficult to get to because you've got a belly in the way. So just play around with it, feel where it's tight and uncomfortable, and just roll. So the foam roller, as you can see, it's a bit more difficult to move your body over. You have to kind of move the foam roller. So just play around and yeah, find what works for you. This is another super sexy video for you guys, but I highly recommend getting a ball like this. Get a Swiss ball, they're super cheap. You can even get them from like Tiger or Amazon, but they're really good for keeping your hips and your pelvis mobilized without putting any pressure on them. Baby also loves this, like bobbing around. It's good if you're in labor as well. So I try and do this a few minutes a day. Make sure your belly is nice and tight and you're holding everything in, and just keep your pelvis moving. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, if you are suffering from PSD, oh my god, my brain actually, or any pelvis pain because of this, give it a try. See if you're tight in certain areas. Get your partner to give you a massage. Glute massage is lovely. Lie on your side and just get them to use their elbow or their hand. So yeah, glute massage. Just make sure you stretch and keep mobile around the front. Your hip flexors can get quite tight because you have an anterior tilt when you're pregnant often, rather like this. You sit like this because of the weight. So that can cause those muscles to be tight, and this can all have an effect on your pelvis. So I've been working on this for a few days now, just mobilizing the area and doing light body weight or lightweight upper body workouts. So I haven't really been doing lots of lunges, I haven't been doing any cycling or a lot of walking uphill, which I was doing before, just because the movement like this is not very comfortable on my pelvis. So I've been avoiding that. I've been doing the mobility work for my lower body and doing some strength upper body stuff. So I'm just going to take you through a little workout that I've been doing. I'm just going to do it in my garden quickly, like 3 rounds, 10 reps per exercise. You're just at this point, I'm 37 weeks pregnant, I'm really close to having this baby. At this point, you just want to keep your body mobile, so you've got like 30 to 50% extra blood running around your body, so you want to keep that moving. And what am I trying to say? Oh my god, my brain, oh my god. So you want to keep your blood circulation good. You want to keep moving your body so you've got some strength to pick up your baby when it arrives, but you don't necessarily need to break a sweat. You don't need to like feel your muscles burning or get DOMS the next day, or it's just to keep mobile, keep things moving, keep your heart rate kind of ticking on, and just to kind of, I feel like I'm human and I can still move. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you, I think it's like 7 or 8 different moves with, I'm using an 8-kilogram kettlebell, but it's up to you depending on your fitness level and your strength, what weight you use. I do this kind of thing at home or in the gym. If you've got a weight or access to a kettlebell, you can literally do it anywhere because it's upper body. You don't need to move. You can just stay in a tiny little space. I'm going to talk you through this whole video because it's easier than writing stuff. But here is my workout. Obviously it's at double time because I can't fit everything in this video. But this is shoulder press. I do 10 reps of each thing. Tricep dips like this. I've got a 8-kilogram kettlebell. So it's not too heavy. It's nice and comfortable for me. But 10 reps just means that I'm you know, getting to a point where it gets a little bit uncomfortable, but it's comfortable enough to just keep going. I'm doing 3 rounds of this, so these snatches, I do 10 on each side. Again, keep your belly button nice and close to your spine. Try and hug that baby in as much as you can. I have to say, this is sped up. I've gone a lot slower than this, so don't rush anything. There's absolutely no point. So after snatches, I'm gonna do, what did I do next? Oh, round the world. These are really good for shoulder mobility, just to make sure that you're using all of your shoulder girdle. So 5 one way, 5 the other. I get a little bit of a breather in between each one. Here I'm going to do some elevated press ups, so keeping my stomach nice and held in. I'm not arching my back, and I'm just putting a tiny bit of pressure on because I'm not doing this lying down in a plank position, I'm not putting pressure on my abs like I would normally. So squat to press. I'm finding squats quite comfortable still, even though my pelvis has been giving me a bit of trouble. Squats I still find nice and comfortable. So this is just a little bit more work on your heart because you're going from low to high. And I think just a couple more. I don't know what I did now. Some more press ups. And basically I go through the whole set again. So 10 of everything, 3 times. And it probably took about 10 minutes, but try not to think about time when you're working out at this stage of pregnancy. It's more important that you just do reps that are at a comfortable speed, and never work out more than 45 minutes. There's just no point. I can't seem to make a video that's longer than like 15 minutes because it takes forever to upload. So I hope that's enough for you for this week. I can't believe next week I'm going to be 38 weeks pregnant. Basically, I feel like I can pop at any point. I don't feel physically ready like it's actually going to. My belly feels big. That's her cot, by the way. It's not going to stay by the window. It's going to go by the bed, but it's a snooze pod and I love it. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm physically gonna have a baby anytime soon, but I mentally and physically feel ready to have her, if that makes sense. Like, I'm really chilled out about the whole thing. I'm really excited. I'm not really nervous yet, but yeah, could happen at any point. So I just hope it's not late. I'm so impatient. I hope she's not late. I have a friend who is studying nutrition and she's super into nutrition during pregnancy, so I'm going to make a little blog, probably for next week's vlog actually, just with some questions between us. So if you've got anything that you want me to ask her, let me know and I'll try and put it in. But we might end up filming it in 2 days, so yeah, I'll get this video out quickly. Thanks to everyone who comments on my videos. I absolutely love it. You've all been so nice to me, and if any of my videos are at all helpful to anyone, it's lovely. It makes me feel really good for posting them. So please subscribe, please like the videos, please comment, and I will see you in week 38.